Hello, everybody. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us again. Appreciate it. All right, here we go. We're going to fire this puppy up.
Talk shoe.
Recorded?
Live.
Hello, this is Garden City Mayor Randy Walker, and you're listening to Garden City Community Chat. Now here's your host, Carrie Parton.
Good evening and welcome to Garden City Community Chat. This podcast is dedicated to promoting our community and yours, offering news you can use and much more. And now, Garden City Community Chat. Well, hello and welcome to GC Community Chat. This is show number 317 for November 17, 2016. We are coming to you live from the chat studio right here in Garden City, Michigan. We want to say hi and welcome to our listeners in Wayne, Westland, Dearborn Heights, Dearborn, Inkster, Redford, Livonia, and Plymouth, and Canton. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. This is Garden City's only live podcast where we share news you can use and promote our community and yours. I'm your host, Carrie, and also joining me tonight is our favorite weather guy, Dr. Tom Iwinski. Tom, how you doing tonight?
Good. I'm feeling like that word is going to start to lose its feeling after the next few days. But it's going to be here for the next few days, so I'm happy right now.
You're not using four-letter words beginning with S tonight, are you?
We'll see.
Doesn't want to give anything away too early.
We love him anyway, right, Mike?
Absolutely. I don't blame him for that weather.
No. And former councilman and longtime resident, Mr. Mike Jones. Jonesy, how you doing?
Excellent, Carrie, but fortunately I'm getting better.
Tom's going to be here shortly with the latest update to the weather for us, and then Mike's going to be once again closing out the show with some community announcements. So please sit back, grab your favorite beverage, and join us for the next 60 minutes or so. We appreciate your support. All right, no guests for tonight, but we're going to be talking about a few things that went on recently in the community, including the emotional Veterans Day ceremony, which is always a good one. The Laughing Pig fundraiser, which we had the pleasure of both of us were there.
Yep.
Also, I was at a grand opening ribbon cutting ceremony. We'll talk about that.
To the salon.
Yeah, and some holiday events that are going to be coming up, so stay tuned.
And I have some editorial comments, too, about the national scene.
All right, sounds good. We'll get your comments on that. And Tom, I'm sure you can join in, too, if you have anything you want to talk about. I see they sent up 3 astronauts today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about 3:20.
They launched from Russia?
Yeah, Russia, a U.S. woman, and a Frenchman. First Frenchman to be on the space station.
Yeah, wow.
So we can talk about that.
There's always someone on the space station, so it's always exciting.
Yeah, it is. That's pretty cool. All right, so we hope you'll stick around and join the conversation with us here. Maybe you have a holiday event in your community. If so, let us know. Community events are not just taking place here in Garden City, but in the surrounding communities as well, right, Mike?
Yeah, I see stuff for Westland and Livonia in the paper. I wish the organizations would shoot us a flyer or something on that stuff, because we'd be glad to publicize it.
Right, absolutely. Like Mike said, if your community has a great event coming up, get that information to us as soon as possible by emailing us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com. And Mike will be more than happy to share it with our listeners.
Absolutely.
All right. That's what we're here for anyway, right?
That's
promote our community and yours.
Yep.
That's what we talk about. Hey, firefighter Steve is on the phone. How you doing, Steve?
Doing great. How you doing, Eric?
Good. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, now we invite you to be a part of the conversation here tonight. If you have any questions or comments or any events, we'd love to hear from you, and it's very easy to get a hold of us here. You can call 1-724-444-7444, and under the call ID 82757, followed by the pound sign. Or you can join us in our chat room by going online to TalkShoe.com and search for call ID 82757. It takes you right to our main show page where you'll click on a large join in button. A window's going to open, sign in as a guest, and that's all there is to it. Once you're in the chat room, you can type your questions and comments at the bottom of the page, and you'll find our phone number and show ID there as well. If you'd like to text your questions to us, that number is 734-788-9319. We look forward to hearing from you. Now, don't forget, all our shows are recorded, so you can catch us later at your convenience, which several of our listeners do by going to our main show page, where you'll find all 317 shows listed for you in order, Mike.
317.
Already up to 317.
Wow.
Seems like we just celebrated 300, didn't it?
Yeah.
The audio from tonight's show will be posted on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat about 30 minutes or so after we sign off, so please look for that. And we are also doing a live unedited video of tonight's show, so you can put a face with the voice, and that will be available tomorrow on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/communitychatshow. Please watch for that. And while you're there, why not subscribe to our channel? That way you'll be notified when we post future shows. Just click on the little red subscribe button right below the video, and that's all there is to it. We hope that you'll subscribe. Check them out. And don't forget, we are also on iTunes. Search for GC Community Chat. All right, let's get Tom in here. And we'll see how long this mild weather is going to last. And then we'll discuss some of these topics for tonight. You got your stopwatch going over there? All right, let's get Tom in here. Okay, let's get a check on the weather with Doppler Tom, see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend. Tom, what do you have for us? So what do you think, Tom? Going to last very long?
Well, let me just say, Mike isn't too far off with that stopwatch, so it's going to come in handy. Because, yes, like I've been saying the last few shows, I mean, we have been dealing with this nice weather the last
We've been
few
lucky,
weeks.
yeah.
I can't complain. You can't complain.
No.
I sure hope Mike's not complaining because, I mean, it's been above average temperature-wise, and we really haven't been seeing
We've
much
really been
weather.
lucky.
It's pretty sunny.
You've
I mean,
given
yes, we do get that occasional morning where it's pretty foggy, just like this morning. But you give it some time, and then that fog pretty much dissipates by about 11.
You've given me 7 football games with good weather, and all
Yeah, I hear that.
all I could ask for would be one more, but I don't think I'm going to get it.
I think your luck runs out.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a minute, but I just wanted to briefly touch on what happened this morning.
Yeah.
We had such a mild day yesterday that a lot of that moisture from the day kind of got trapped under the lower atmosphere, and that's how you kind of get this fog. This
yeah.
moisture kind of sticks around and then it condenses, and it was a pretty foggy morning out there.
Mm-hmm.
And, luckily, that fog is now gone, and I don't really see too much fog as we look into the future. But for the rest of tonight, it's going to overall be a very cool night. I'm not really thinking temperatures are going to go much down from where they are now. We're in the upper 50s now, and we're going to stay in the 50s for the rest of the night. So that's going to be a pretty
we're getting spoiled.
balmy overnight low.
Yeah.
So it's something that we don't really deal with. And tomorrow is the finale, if you will. It's going to be overall a great day. I mean, soak in that
Could be record
sunshine,
high.
soak in that temperature, and enjoy every single minute of it because we're going to be dealing with record-breaking temperatures. Thinking that words in November is pretty rare. Usually, if it's record-breaking temperatures, we're breaking it for the other side of the thermometer, but this time it's on the good side of the thermometer, and we're going to be dealing with temperatures in the low 70s tomorrow. And that's going to be a very nice feel for November. But like I said, the changes will be coming, and they're going to be coming in pretty fast. And that's going to be starting Friday night. As soon as that sun sets, we're going to really start to see those clouds begin to develop as our new system begins to move into the region. And it's going to be raining as we get into Friday night as those changes really begin to form in. And we're going to be really seeing those winds begin to increase as we get into Saturday and Saturday night. I don't believe that the entire day on Saturday is going to be a washout. I do believe that Friday night will be because of the fact that we're going to be dealing with this front, and that's going to be a lot of that moisture is going to be right on the front. But then as we get into Saturday, it's going to kind of be more on and off rain, but it's going to start winding down as we get throughout the day. So that's going to be some good news if you have any outdoor plans, like Mike does, if you know what I mean. It's going to be not a bad day. The only bad side is those temperatures are going to be falling throughout the day and those winds are going to be increasing throughout the day as well. So we're going to probably be
3:30
dealing
start.
with temperatures
Yeah.
struggling in the 40s in the morning, and then they're going to start falling into the 30s as we get into the evening hours. I'm not mixing up my numbers either, because I'm saying that we're going to be dealing with temperatures in the 70s tomorrow, and then 40s, and then
Wow.
30s. So I just wanted to briefly mention that. But as we get into Saturday night, those temperatures, like I said, are going to be falling into the 30s, and we're probably going to be dealing with temperatures right around 30 degrees for our overnight low on Saturday. And the thing that I'm not worried about is the S word, because I'm not even going to use it.
Okay.
The reason why I'm not worried about it is because we're going to really start to deal with more of that drier air beginning to move in behind the system.
Oh, good.
If we had a little bit more moisture, yes, we could obviously see some of those S showers begin to move through,
S
but
showers.
it is not going to be in our region. I don't believe that we are going to see snow this weekend. Yes, we'll not
So
see
we
it.
don't have to
So
say F it.
I just wanted to briefly mention that, because I know people have been talking about it, and it's definitely something that we're going to start dealing with as we get into December. But the good news is that I don't think we're really going to be dealing with that as we get into the weekend. The only bad news is that it's going to be obviously much colder this weekend, and the other thing that you're going to notice is it's going to be much more windier this weekend. We could be dealing with winds well over 40 miles an hour over the weekend, so that's going to be a little bit more gustier than those winds that bring in that warmth throughout the days that are about 10 to 15 miles an hour. We're going to be dealing with a little bit more stronger winds. And as we get into Sunday, it's going to be the coldest day of the weekend with temperatures in the upper 30s. So those are high temperatures. So that's going to be a much, much different change. And like I said, as we get into Sunday night, temperatures will drop into the 20s for overnight lows. So big change is coming as we get into the weekend. But enjoy tomorrow, because it's going to be the last nice day of the work week.
Of 2016.
Maybe you should just skip work. just enjoy the day out there.
There you
Make
go.
it a 3-day weekend. But
Yeah.
you didn't hear that from me. And as we get into next week, these changes are going to kind of continue. I don't really see another late season warm up as we get into next week, but I don't see a complete rocking, breaking, just going downhill. I don't see that either. So that's the good news. As we get into next week, temperatures are going to begin to moderate again, but they're not going to be where they have been the last few weeks. We're going to probably be dealing with temperatures during next week into the 40s, and we're going to probably be dealing with temperatures in the low to mid 40s all of next week. So that's going to be a big change to the system, because we've been dealing with such warmth across our region. And as we get into next week again, as we start out the week behind the storm system, it's not going to really be too busy, but I will see some rain as we get into the mid portion of the week. And as we get into Thanksgiving, we're probably going to be not really seeing too much. Probably it's going to be a storm system is going to be moving through the region sometime during the mid part of the week. But it's kind of too early to say whether we're going to be dealing with a lot of inclement weather here. It's kind of early, but we can probably be dealing with some snow. Not here. I moved. Not here, but we can probably be dealing with some rain across our region on during the mid portion of the week. The reason why I keep saying that word is because there is obviously that storm system moving through the region. As we expand outward and talk about some other weather, there is going to be a pretty formidable snowstorm across the region, across much of the northern plains. The storm system's really starting to get going. And it's now across the Rockies, which is great news. I mean, these ski resorts absolutely love when it absolutely snows crazy across those mountains, because that means this for them. They have been dealing with such dry weather, drought all across that region, and that's their livelihood. If they don't get snow, they don't get business, and
That's right. Yeah.
So they love every flake that they're going to get, and they're going to get a lot, and that's great news for them. But as the storm system moves out of the Rockies, it's going to start moving northward across the United States and across the Dakotas, especially South Dakota, Nebraska, and Minnesota. It's going to see the brunt of this snowstorm, and they're going to probably be seeing a whole bunch of snow. I mean, I see some areas that are going to get over a foot of snow with this storm system, and there's going to be a lot of wind with this system, like I said, that we're going to be dealing with and that they're going to be dealing with as well. So a lot of blowing and drifting snow. And as the storm system moves out, there's going to be some branches of it that begin to move into the northeast. And they're going to be seeing a lot of snow in the Northeast as well. So if you have any friends in the Northeast, especially New York and upstate New England, they're going to be seeing the snow as well. So we're kind of right hit between these storms.
Yeah, we're lucky.
Not really going to be seeing much of the F word, so that's great. But there's a lot of wind with the system, and that's going to be our biggest thing, in my opinion, and those temperatures as well. And on the other spectrum of the weather, the droughts. The droughts are going to be something that we're going to be talking about on this show for a while. I feel like we're going to start with California, and that's
bad.
That's something that was written in ink, and I think is going to be there for quite a while. Something that's beginning to really start to get bad is the southeastern United States. I talked about it on last week's show, and it's only getting worse because they've been dealing with a very dry spell down there, and they're now getting into dangerous levels of drought. We're talking about levels of drought that are comparable to the California drought that they're dealing with in the southeastern United States, across Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, and the Carolinas right now are dealing with that. And unfortunately, when you get such dry weather, you get wildfires as well. And there's something that they're dealing with down there as well. And the air quality is horrible across that region as well. So that's something
terrible.
I just wanted to briefly mention.
Yeah.
And the last big story I have of the night is kind of a good little story for the weather community. I just wanted to briefly mention it. As we get into Saturday, around 5 o'clock, there's going to be a new weather satellite that's going to be launching from Cape Canaveral. And this is going to be the state-of-the-art weather satellite, and that's going to be launching on Saturday evening around 5, 6 o'clock, I believe. And that's going to be an unmanned, obviously, shuttle. And it's going to be a rocket that's going up. And this satellite is going to be monitoring the Earth and the weather and the sun, actually, as well, 24/7. I mean, you probably think there's satellites up there, but over time, those satellites begin to deteriorate. They begin to just lose their momentum, and they die out there. And there's a lot of dead satellites out there, believe it or not. But this one's going to be a new state-of-the-art one. It's been in the works for a while. It has been delayed for a while as well. And luckily, it's going to hopefully launch as we get into the weekend, and we'll talk about it more over on next week's show. Well, maybe not next week's show, but we'll talk about it in the future. But it's going to be a pretty interesting thing to see, because this satellite's going to renew the whole weather picture. And I just wanted to briefly mention that, because the more data we have, the more accurate our weather can be, and that's the goal here.
Exactly.
We'll see how this launch goes. Hopefully it launches this weekend without any problems, because, I mean, you've seen stuff where these rockets go up, and there's so much power in it that it explodes.
Yeah.
Sometimes all that hard work goes to waste. I just hope something like that does not happen with something like this, but hopefully it won't happen, and everything will be good, and it's going to be a great launch, hopefully. And the last thing I want to talk about as well is the supermoon. It's something that was pretty cool.
That was crazy, wasn't it?
All across our region. That was one of the biggest moons, the closest moon is basically what it was.
Yeah.
Closest to the Earth. It was actually, how close was it? It was about 220,000 miles away, which is the closest it's ever been throughout the whole cycle of the moon going around the Earth. So that's basically what a supermoon is. And it was pretty interesting. We had great weather, and it was pretty incredible to see. And it was the closest moon in over about 6 decades. So if you got a chance to see that, you saw history, and it was pretty cool. But if you want to keep tuned to all this local weather information, just go to my website, Doppler.com.
Yeah.
If you were watching that from Fort Lauderdale or Miami, you were probably watching it with a foot of water in your yard.
Yeah. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, it was so bright, our whole backyard was lit up. I mean, it was like a street light was on back there.
I think my shadow out there was that bright.
Yeah, right. And, speaking of launches, today at 3:20, they launched a trio of space travelers from the U.S., Russia, and France to go to the space station. And it's the first time that a French astronaut will be aboard the International Space Station. So that's kind of interesting. It takes them 2 days to chase down the space station to dock. So they're looking to dock Saturday. Let's see what
That'd be cool if they could dock, and then our other satellite launches. That'd be a good day.
About 5:01 Eastern Standard Time, they're going to dock with them. So So let's keep our fingers crossed there.
Long time ago, you can actually see the space station any time of the day. You just have to look up the time, and it goes right over. I've seen times where it goes right over me, and I can see it clear as day. But you have to have the perfect weather conditions. I've seen it one time when I was little with my dad, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I was out there. It went right over our heads. And what was so cool about this space station sighting was that when the shuttle program was still going on, the shuttle was docked to it, and you could see it clear as day going right over your head. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Wow. That's crazy.
So you can always see it. Most of the time, it just looks like a little white dot going across the sky, and it's it actually is pretty cool to see if you can actually get the time to see it. You just have to know what you're actually looking at.
Yeah, I actually did see it one time. That's the only time I ever saw it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You can see it moving across there. Did you have a comment for Saturday?
I'm just hoping that.
It sounds like you might miss some of the rain though at 3:30 start.
It didn't sound too bad. It sounds like it's going to be really cold. The game doesn't start till 3:30.
Yeah.
It's going to be sunset by halftime.
Uh-huh.
So it's going to be cold.
With that wind, it's going to be brutal, huh, Tom?
Yes, and I would start looking for that good jacket in the back closet.
Yeah, I don't envy you.
I know exactly where it is.
and face mask and everything, right?
Yeah.
The whole deal. All right, hey, our good friend firefighter Steve is on the line, and he's got a couple things that he can talk about with us. Steve, how you doing?
Doing wonderful. How are you guys doing tonight?
Excellent.
Awesome. So what you got for us tonight? You mentioned you got some grants in the works?
Oh, yeah. It's grant season again. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, as part of their Assistance to Firefighter grant, opens up a grant period every year for assistance to firefighters, be it equipment, safety equipment. This is the grant that we purchased the pumper truck from a few years ago. That was through this grant. So I've been tapped as the one to organize the grants for this year.
All right.
And this year we will be requesting over $1 million in grant funding from the federal government.
Good luck with that.
Awesome. Hope you get it.
Yeah, it'll be $875,000 for the purchase of a new ladder truck, and then over $115,000. Actually, I think it's $140,000 for power cots and a loading system for our 2 ambulances, as well as a second set of turnout gear for all the department members.
So
the second set of turnout gear will allow us to properly decontaminate our gear. We won't have to jump into unsafe gear or share gear while our clothes are being decontaminated. And
very cool. So you're looking for a new ladder truck. Is that just because you want a newer one, or is it going to be a bigger one, longer, more extension, or what?
Well, part of the problem is our current ladder truck is 20 years old, and while we do take very good care of our equipment, a 20-year-old fire truck has been beaten on over the years. So we are looking to add, our current ladder truck is a 55-foot aerial ladder. The one we're requesting is a 75-footer, so that'll get us a couple more stories.
Nice.
So all able to back up our current pumper. It'll have the necessary pump and ground ladders and hose and everything to function as a standalone fire truck, as well as the ability to work as a ladder truck as well.
So, Steve, if you start those grants now, how long does the process take until you hear any word on it?
Well, the grant is due at 5 p.m. tomorrow.
Wow.
So that's why you might hear me typing in the background while I'm talking to you.
Yeah, time is running short.
Yeah, but generally we start seeing in late spring, we'll start to see these grants being funded.
Okay.
They're reviewed by a grant committee down at the National Fire Academy, and they're funded in order of importance and need, and it's just a matter of assigning our grant trying to make it sound as great a need as we can. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, we hope you get it. That's for sure.
Turnaround in the economy, it's always slower around the Detroit area for some reason. So.
Yeah, exactly. Did you have a comment, Mike?
No, I just wish them the best on this. That'd be a real boon for Garden City.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, thank you. And our new guys that I did the Safer grant a few months ago.
Right, I was
that
just going to
got
ask you.
funded.
Yeah, you've been involved in some other grants too, I know.
Yeah, so those guys, we are going through the process, and we're looking to have them start right after the holidays. So
Okay, good.
we got a bunch of qualified candidates lined up, and we're looking forward to providing a further increase of service.
Great. So what else is new around the firehouse there? Keeping the chief in line?
You haven't noticed driving by the front of the station what's new around here?
I did see the new doors are up. It looks really nice too.
Oh yeah, it's a whole lot nicer.
I bet it's a lot warmer,
It's
eh?
a lot warmer.
Yeah.
When the wind blows, you don't have it whistling through there.
Now, are you going to keep
No.
that color or change the color?
We had initially talked about changing the color, but I think the beige matches the brick so well.
Mm-hmm.
But we really didn't know what to expect from the color coming in, so
Right.
we had made plans of painting it red to match the red brick.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they look so nice as they are that
Yeah.
I think the last I heard anyway is that we were planning on keeping it. So
Okay, yeah. It looks really, really nice. Yeah, that's great. Unbelievable. Took a while, but you got them.
yeah, and the DDA really came through with getting the grants for us, and
Yeah.
we really appreciate it. And we do spend a third of our lives in this building, so it is a big thing
Right.
for us when
Exactly.
something like that happens.
Yeah, exactly. So nothing else new?
No, that's about it. There's a couple of us in the class right now for the new city website that should be coming down towards the middle of December. So
Yeah,
a
they've been
couple
working
of
on
us are
that.
involved with keeping that up to date and getting information out on a timely basis. And
Right.
all the things I've seen the last couple days, this website's going to be really easy to use and a super tool for not only our department but for every department in the city to use. So
Yeah, well, that's good. I know they've been working on it quite a while, and as long as it's user friendly to the person that is on it, you know what I'm saying? That's a big plus.
yeah, it is user friendly for us as well. And
Yeah.
it's a 3-day class for us to
Mm-hmm.
figure out how to put the stuff on conveniently and
Behind the
to
scenes.
build the best product for our citizens to use.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's a good tool, that's for sure. Getting the news out there. Mike, any questions?
Well,
No, that's. We say wish them well.
Hey, did you guys get all your smoke detectors passed out?
last I saw, I think we did have a couple left, but that was last week, so I don't know. We went through
You had those.
those smoke detectors we got pretty quick, so
Yeah, you had those
it wasn't-
lithium battery ones that last 10 years or something. They had.
yep, they're 10 years, so you don't have to replace the batteries.
That's awesome,
We still
man.
recommend testing them once a month,
I need to get one
but
or two.
yeah, they're set it and forget it fire smoke
Exactly.
detectors. So.
Set it and forget it. Somebody else said
Yep.
that. Ronco, I believe. Set it and forget it.
I wish you wouldn't have said that. Now I'm going to get in trouble for using their trademark slogan. But
No, you won't.
if I go down, I'm taking you with me, Kerry.
Okay.
I'm jumping off this ship.
Mike's out
Tomorrow's
of
going
here.
to be tomorrow's going to be a beautiful day. So get out and hang up your holiday lights.
Yeah, and be
I've
careful.
been up for about a month now. So
Yeah. I noticed there's a lot of them that are up already and already lit too, which is a little early for me, but I don't mind seeing them hung in the nice weather, but I don't know if you got to turn them on quite yet. But
Yeah. Like to get the next holiday. out
yeah,
of the
we
way
like to
first.
get right. We just got done with Halloween, and
course, the stores have been pushing it for 2 months.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, they take the Easter stuff down and put the Christmas stuff up now, I think. So,
Right. Oh, that's good. All right.
it's
Well,
that time of year to buy your swimsuits now, so.
yeah, they'll have
Summer,
that.
you won't
They'll
be
have
able to
those
do
out.
them.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Steve. Well, thanks for joining us and filling us in, and keeping us up to date. Good luck with the grants. Let us know how you make out. Come on the show.
I will do that. I'll keep listening if you need anything, and keep typing away. So,
All right, sounds good.
thanks for having me on, and you
Any-
guys have a great weekend.
Anytime. Say hi to everybody there and the chief and everybody.
We'll do that. Thanks.
All right. Okay, Mike. The Garden City Veterans Ceremony. Did you go to that?
I was not able to. I went to cardiac rehab, and then I didn't go. And that was the day I didn't go to cardiac rehab. That's the day we went out to the car dealer and discussed.
Oh, okay.
Do we
Okay, right.
put $1,500 into the old car, or do we put $2,000 down payment on a new one? Oh.
Yeah.
And start car payments.
Well, I went. Cheryl and I went, and we went
Yeah.
with Bobby and Joy, and there was probably 125 people that attended, and a lot of dignitaries, and they had a couple of World War II vets on stage.
Wow.
That was very emotional, and standing ovation for both of them, of course.
Sure.
Not too many of them left.
No, I was 3 when that war ended, so
Yeah.
I can't believe there's too many of them left.
No, not many at all. The speaker was excellent. U.S.
That's what I
Army
heard.
Sergeant Jason Beggar, I think his name. I hate if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Bejeger
Yeah, Bejeger, yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Beggar, U.S. Army Sergeant.
from Garden City. He served as a keynote speaker, and he got a little emotional, and as well as we did. There wasn't.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
a tough ceremony to
It is.
to
It
keep
is.
dry-eyed and a straight face.
It is. It's very, very hard.
Yeah.
So
Very touching.
yeah, Randy did a great job. The mayor, Randy Walker, and everybody that he had on there. His grandson, Anderson Walker, did the Pledge of Allegiance. Seth McDonald, youth pastor from the Fairhaven Baptist Church, was there, and the ROTC, and it was just a great day. Very, very nice. Then they had a free luncheon at the American Legion Post afterwards. So I wanted to mention that. And how about the Laughing Pig? Let's move on to that.
Yeah, hey.
You can talk about that a little bit. We were both there. It was
Yeah.
full house.
What I heard was today at Kiwanis was that there was 95 people in attendance, and they raised like $1,800
Wow.
for the
For the
historic or the
Garden-
art center. Yeah,
the Garden City Arts Center. Yeah.
yeah. So that was pretty successful, I would say.
Very successful. Very successful. Ken Evans was the headliner. He was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
All three of them were really hilarious. I can't remember the other two's names.
Yeah, I can't either, but it was very entertaining
Kevin Kramus did a great job,
as always.
as always.
And but the headliner he must have done about a 20-30 minute skit, and he was good.
Yeah. And not to mention the food was really good. They had a chef, one of Don Wakefield's friends. He's a chef, and he donated the food, and it was free, but they were accepting donations for that.
Yeah.
And it looked like the basket was pretty full, so I think they made out real well on that.
Yeah.
So it was good to see. Tickets were $20, and we had a great time. It was a great evening.
Yep.
So, all right, moving on. I had the pleasure of going to the Salon 360 and Med Spa grand opening ribbon cutting. They are over at 31452 Ford Road. They're just west of Merriman, right next to the urgent care that opened. We did a grand opening there too. It's a husband and wife actually.
That own both the
that
business.
own both. Dr. Hassan owns urgent care. They have one in Dearborn as well, and his wife Mona owns the salon, and she's running that. They had probably, I'd say, a good 70, 75 people there.
That's great.
It's beautiful inside. Oh, my God. I mean, the whole building, they really did a lot of nice work.
City was well represented.
City was represented. Randy was there. Jay Lee was there.
Good.
I was there with a couple of GCBA members. Don Nicholson was there. Michelle Jarrett and Sharon Hassett was there with Mike Lawrence. And it was just great. They had the food was all over the place. Everywhere you looked, there was food. And I just want to mention that they're open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Wednesdays and Fridays. So if you want to go over there, check it out. It's really, really a nice facility, and they do all kinds of stuff, all kinds of services over there. So check it out.
So I can get my toenails painted shocking pink and
Yeah, any color you want.
Oh,
Any
yeah,
color,
yeah,
man. Yeah.
better keep my socks on, I guess, after that.
Willie the Pig red, I think I want to see on you. We'd see you coming from a mile away, Mike.
Yeah, well,
All right, Steve, you take care, my friend. Keep in touch, buddy. All right, talk to you soon. All right, always great to have Firefighter Steve on.
yes, it was. That was a nice update about the grants and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hope they get it. And
Yeah.
they're going for a 75-foot ladder truck. That's great.
I'm sure that's very competitive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But they'll know something in the spring, and we've been pretty lucky, so hopefully, knock on wood, we'll get something. Did you want to, you wanted to mention the sports venue. They're hosting their free turkey day for the seniors.
Yeah, that looks,
I think I got some information
yeah,
here.
That was on the paper today, too.
Yeah, November 21st, 4 to 8.
Actually, it says November 24th in the paper
Oh, really?
on Thanksgiving Day itself. I think that is.
Okay, I don't know. Now, online it says the 21st.
Yeah, well,
Here we are, discrepancy.
somebody's off.
Let's see, what day did you say?
I got scheduled for 4 to 8 on November 24th. Non-seniors can also get a turkey Thanksgiving dinner, but they're asked to donate $5.
Wow.
That'll benefit the Humane Society. They've got
Okay.
more than 30 turkeys and 20 gallons of mashed potatoes and 25 pumpkin pies and much more on the menu.
Yeah, and I'm sure if anybody wants to donate a turkey, they'll be more than happy to
Yeah.
take it.
They've gotten some nice donations on that already.
Yeah, the sports venue is located at Middle Belt and Maplewood. For those of you that do not know, it's 6327 Middle Belt. And Lori and her dad Jim own that. They do a wonderful job there. She's really built that business up, and they really give a lot back to the community, don't they?
Yes, they do. They're one of the stronger community support organizations.
Now, this is for seniors that can't afford it, but those that can, if you're not a senior and you can afford it, it's $5 donation,
What
and
they're
you get a
asking for,
full meal, all the dressings.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
And if you don't have, if you don't have any family that you can get together with because they're
Right.
they're gone or they're in other parts of the country or
They'll
whatever,
be your family for the
Yeah,
day.
it's-
Absolutely.
It gives some people a chance to not have to sit home alone and open a can of pork and beans or something.
She will not turn anyone away. I'll tell you that. I'll guarantee you she won't. Lori's just got a great heart. We really appreciate her. You got a couple things wrote down there. You wanted to make some comments tonight.
Oh yeah, I have just want to make a few editorial comments about the national scene.
Go ahead.
Of course, I was surprised, like a lot of people, with the result in the presidential election. It wasn't my first choice.
No.
But he is our president-elect, and we need to support him and hope that he's successful. Some of the concerns I have is I'm concerned that they might try to completely end Planned Parenthood. And even though no federal dollars are used for abortions by Planned Parenthood, they do provide a lot of services to women that would have
Other than
trouble
that.
getting these services otherwise.
Right.
And their lives would be much worse off. So-
Right. It's just not abortions they do now. Let's get that straight
it's
right
a
now.
very small percentage.
Very small.
Like 3% of their budget or something. is-
Right. It's very small.
And the rest of the stuff they do is valuable and needed.
Yep.
I'm concerned that the administration may try to end the EPA, and I think that would be a disaster,
Yeah.
or cut it back so that is totally ineffective.
Well, you know,
we've got some
He's
got
kind of backing down on a lot of stuff already that he's
No, I'm-
already promised that he ran on.
Yeah.
He's already now Obamacare. Well, maybe we will keep it, but we'll tweak it a little bit.
Well, I think
before
he's
he was
gonna
going to get rid of it all.
I think they're going to tweak it more than a little bit, but
Well,
they
we'll
do
see.
want to keep in. You can be on your parents' insurance to 26, and the insurance companies can't refuse to cover you because of pre-existing
Right,
conditions.
pre-existing. Right,
Those
they're
are
going to
very
keep that for
very
sure.
popular issues, and
Right.
and they don't want to get rid of those.
But let me tell you, people are going to hold his feet to the fire, man.
I
with
hope
the
so.
stuff that he ran on.
Yeah.
So he better watch yourself
It-
and maybe think twice about some of the stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, the names that I saw of people he was considering,
I'm
and this
not
is very
happy.
premature. Yeah, I wasn't real happy with it.
Giuliani, I cannot see that. I don't think he'll fly.
Yeah, he's apparently got too much baggage with business
Lot
dealings
of
with
baggage.
foreign governments, what have
Fairs and
you.
everything else.
But the EPA concerns me. I said, we here in Michigan are very much aware of the need to protect the air and the water qualities.
Well, absolutely.
And if you put somebody in charge of this who denies that climate change is an issue,
Global warming, you gotta face the facts. I mean, how can you doubt the scientists? You know what I'm saying?
Like 98% of them say it's real and men are causing it.
Well, when you have a president that says, I know more about ISIS than the generals, then I guess maybe he knows more about global warming. I don't know. We'll see. He's a scientist too.
Yeah, right. I'm concerned about their immigration stands. I don't see where building $1 billion or whatever it is wall.
Well, now they're
There's a good
saying
thing.
maybe a fence.
Yeah, well, yeah,
So he's backing away from that already.
yeah. And to say, well, we're gonna deport 2 to 3 million illegal immigrants, but they're all criminals.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe that
You can't make a
you can't have
brush.
an open border and allow anybody to come in, irregardless.
Mm-hmm.
But people that have come here and been here for years, illegally, and they've been working citizens, and they've gotten married, they've got children that were born in the United States,
Yes.
and say, you're going to send the parents out?
Well, even the ones that have brought their kids here and they've lived here, they've grown up here, they've worked here,
Yeah.
they've contributed to our country,
Yeah.
they've joined our military.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
what are you going to do? You can't get rid of those people.
And I think,
Sure, I think they should properly be vetted. I mean, let's face it.
absolutely.
It could be improved, sure, without a doubt. You just don't paint a broad brush like that and say you're getting rid of 11 million aliens or immigrants.
And his whole campaign was run on inflammatory statements where they were attacking various groups. And
Radical.
I think that in this country we have to have a basic acceptance of diversity, and that the value of a human being, irregardless of race, religion.
Well, if you're not, Mike, then you better change the statement on the Statue of Liberty right there.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just change that then, throw it out the window.
I liked, although I wasn't particularly in love with the Democratic candidate, I liked the fact that they were talking about bringing people together and working together for everybody. And the other party was more like, well,
Divisive.
this group has been beset upon, and so we're going to change things and we're going to make it right for them. I think it's going to be very tough for him to say, all right, let's put a 45% tariff on all cars coming into the United States from Mexico, and this is going to bring back all kinds of jobs that have been lost.
No.
I don't think it's going to happen.
No.
The cars that they're building there are the ones that have a very small margin of profit anyway. They're the small cars. And I don't see, the steel industry having a great rebound, the automobile industry having a huge increase. I'm not really in favor of a big increase in mining. I don't think you can necessarily cut it out, and you've got to offer something for the workers who may lose their jobs.
Right.
But environment-wise, and safety-wise, coal mining is not in our long-term best interest, I don't believe.
No, I don't either, and I don't think for the quality of the air and that, it
Right.
just isn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I know these miners, they want to work, they need the jobs.
Yeah, absolutely.
But look at health-wise, black lung, everything. Why would you want to submit your family to something like that? I just don't get it.
Well, and you have to have an alternative, and I think
It's there.
I think there's alternatives in clean energy.
Right.
There's potential for
Solar, wind.
millions of jobs in that field if we just
Infrastructure.
pursue
Just the infrastructure alone.
Yeah, and he's talking about putting $1 trillion into infrastructure. I'm concerned that
It's
no
just
matter
gonna
who got elected,
raise the deficit more.
no matter who got elected, that our deficit is already not really livable at this point, and to have it significantly increased is not going to be in our long-term best interest. I'm concerned about tax cuts. I know
Yeah.
I pay a lot less taxes than the upper 1/10 of 1%. They pay a lot more than I do, and I'm supposedly would get maybe $1,000 tax cut. Sure, I could use it. They get $1 million.
They're going to get a hell of a tax cut.
Yeah.
Trust me. Believe me.
And we've already got
He's
such
going
a
to take care of
disparity.
his millionaire friends.
Yeah. We've already got such a disparity of income. That's one of the reasons people were dissatisfied in the first place and were sensitive to his approach and turned out for him.
Well, I just don't see how this guy can relate to people like you and me and blue collar workers. I just don't see it.
I have my doubts too, but
Well,
as
we're
I
going to
said,
see.
I still
Too late now.
I still wish him success. I don't, because if he doesn't succeed, the country doesn't succeed. And so in spite of my concerns, I want to see the country prosper. And I'm just afraid that the path that they're looking
I
at
don't think it's going to happen. But
is going to tear us more apart in 4 years than it is going to be building us up. But we'll see.
yeah.
I hope I'm wrong on that.
Yeah. Well, and then you got the Electoral College. Here's a guy that lost by a record 1.1 million in popular votes. He lost by, and still gets elected president.
Yeah.
They've already introduced into the Senate, I guess, to do away with it again. They're going to try that once again.
That won't
fly.
pass the Senate.
No, it won't.
Well, considering the last two times the Electoral College picked somebody who didn't get the popular vote, it was a Democrat
Gore.
that won the popular vote, and the Republicans won the Electoral College thing. So I see no chance of getting
I don't
and
either.
abolishing the Electoral College through Congress.
Yeah.
And to try to do it through petitions and state referendums and so forth to get whatever is 3/4 of the state to pass things, that's a long, tough haul. But I agree with you. I think the Electoral College has outlived its usefulness.
Mm-hmm.
It was designed to give the smaller population states a little bit of influence in the election that they would get just wiped out by some giant state like California or New York that had much larger population.
Yeah.
This was designed to protect that. Mm-hmm. Because while they only had maybe one representative, and these other states had 40 or something like that, so they had a lot more electoral votes. They at least had one, which they probably wouldn't have had percentage-wise if you went just on popular vote. Mm-hmm. There's other concerns too, but I'm not sure that these are national issues. Gerrymandering is a disaster.
Well, here, speaking of gerrymandering, our good friend Senator David Kaniesic, who's on the show all the time, he posted today, every 10 years, and he's seeking our feedback on this, so listen. Every 10 years, legislators in Michigan begin the process of redrawing district lines for seats in the Michigan House, Michigan Senate, and U.S. Congress.
Yeah.
I believe that this can and does result in gerrymandering and creates a process by which politicians are picking their voters I believe that it should be our voters who pick our politicians. Do you support the creation of a nonpartisan redistricting commission to take the task of redrawing district lines out of the hands of Lansing politicians?
Absolutely. I don't think either the Republicans or the Democrats ought to have control over that process.
Right, a nonpartisan redistricting commission.
and
I think he's going to introduce that.
And that'll be a tough fight, too.
That will be. That will be.
There are states that do this already. I think Oregon, maybe Washington.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And,
I don't.
Where districts actually make some sense. They're geographically, compact.
Right.
Instead of this, well, if we go up here and grab this city, that'll give us enough votes so that our candidate will be, will win it type thing.
But yeah, like you said, they're picking their own voters.
Yeah. And like David said, it should be the other way around. The voters ought to be picking their elected officials, not the elected officials picking their voters.
Exactly. Exactly.
Gerrymandering is a disaster, and
it is.
I don't know.
I don't
trust the Democrats with it any more than I do making those decisions than I do the Republicans.
No. You're right. It's got to be nonpartisan.
Absolutely.
For sure.
We'll see.
Well, he wanted everybody's comment on that, so
we're in favor of nonpartisan commission.
Yes, we are.
There's 2 votes for you, David.
Yes. Yeah, he got a few comments on that, that's for sure.
Good.
So, what else? Any other comments you want to make on that?
That's most all of my notes.
That's it?
Just had to get some things off my chest.
Hey, I know how it goes. You can just, and I just wanted to mention, briefly that, that salon opening, that was co-hosted by the, Garden City Business Alliance, also with the Westland Chamber and the Dearborn Area Chamber.
Well,
so I just wanted to make sure that,
give them some plug and credit.
Right. Yep. It was awesome. All right. With that said, I think we're going to get Mike in here and, cue up his music so he can sing for us. I know you've all been waiting in bated breath for that. Here we go.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye, yes, that'll be the day
Okay, it's
when
time
you
for some
make me
community
cry. You
announcements.
say you're gonna
Let's get Mike in
leave.
here.
You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die.
All right. Very good as usual. What do you got for us there, Mike?
We got a bunch of things. Garden City Presbyterian Church is presenting David Roth, Song, Spirit, and Speaking, proudly presented by the Presbyterian Women, a spaghetti dinner and concert on November 19th. 5:30 p.m. dinner, 6:30 p.m. concert, $15 person. All proceeds to benefit the Hunger Action Coalition of the Detroit Presbytery.
Sounds like a nice evening of entertainment and a meal.
1841 Middle Belt Road is the Presbyterian Church, 1 block south of Ford Road. You can call 734-421-7620 for information.
Very nice.
We got the 2nd annual Holiday Crafts Business Expo, which will be right after the Santaland Parade at the Garden City Moose Lodge on Saturday, November 26th from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Remember, this is shop small businesses, and we'll have the Garden City ones represented, and so you can really give some support to your community and your neighbors and small businesses. Spaces available for $10 a table. And
No.
those spaces, they're gone. You're right.
Yeah, I got a new one there. They're all filled.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to read that one.
Yeah, let me get. Yeah, I
I just
that.
posted that today. Yeah, it's
Here it is.
right off the press.
Yeah, tables are sold out. They've got over 50 tables, but be sure to come and shop.
Yeah.
So this will be at the Moose Lodge, 29137 Ford Road in Garden City. Again, Saturday, November 26th from 12 to 4 p.m.
Yep.
Sponsored by the Garden City Business Alliance.
Yeah, going to be a lot of different tables there. 50 plus tables.
Yeah.
Big.
Okay, we have Eat, Drink, and Be Ugly. The 3rd annual Ugly Christmas Sweater.
Okay, I'm glad you clarified that.
This is going to be Saturday, December 17th from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. $5 at the door. This is at the Garden City Moose again. Dinner is 7:30 with mastacholi, garlic bread, and salad. Games and the ugliest sweater contest, a 50-50 raffle, entertainment being provided by Whiskey A Go-Go, and our favorites, Bonnie and the Working Girls, with special guests.
Yeah, they're awesome. That's going to be a fun time.
Yeah. There's a fundraising night taking place at the Texas Roadhouse to support the Berger Baylor School for Students with Autism. This is next Wednesday, November 16th, from 4 to 10, a 10% donation night. Support the cause by presenting this invitation to the listed Texas Roadhouse location, and Texas Roadhouse will donate 10% of your total food purchase to the fundraiser. 36750 Ford Road in Westland. Phone number is 734-729-4570. That's Wednesday, November 16th from 4 to 10. The Garden City High School is presenting Peter and the Star Catcher, a grown-up prequel to Peter Pan. It started tonight. First performance was at 7 o'clock. It'll be at 7 o'clock Friday night tomorrow and 7 o'clock Saturday night, and then 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon.
And you can't get tickets in advance, right?
You cannot. Tickets are $10. You can get them in advance, but only an hour and a half before the performance.
Okay, 90 minutes before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're planning on going Sunday, so I'm going to try to get over there about 12:30 to get the tickets. General admission seating, so there's no reserved seats. This is the Old Leary Performing Arts Center, 6500 Middle Belt Road there at the Garden City High School. I understand that for seniors,
Yeah.
if you've gotten one of the senior
Cards.
that the superintendent's been passing out and so forth,
Yeah.
you can get in free. So if
Yeah,
I can
for
find my cards, Faye and I-
Concerts, shows, football games.
right?
Yeah.
Faye and I can get in
It's a
free,
good
and I
deal.
only have to pay for the other 4 members of my family.
Yeah, there you go.
Going, yeah,
Hey, when you're on a fixed income, that helps.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
every little bit helps.
And you
But
got
I
you got a new car payment.
But then I see, when the $10 goes to a good cause too, but,
Yeah.
So,
Okay, we got some of our standard announcements. They're still looking for volunteer drivers for Meals on Wheel program, and also for volunteers to help in the thrift store. Please apply at the Maplewood Center, 31735 Maplewood Street, Garden City, or call 734-793-1850. The thrift shop hours are Monday through Friday, 8:45 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Saturday, 8:45 to 5 p.m. Library events, come out, come all, stressed adults. We hear your call. Tuesday, November 22nd, drop in at the library to relax at the Stress Buster Adult Coloring Night. There will be a multitude of coloring sheets provided, as well as crayons, markers, and other materials. When you get older like me, you gotta give them the crayons, because you need these blunt objects. You can't give them anything too sharp. You could hurt
don't want
themselves.
to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
New coloring pages each week. For questions about the library, feel free to call us at 734-793-1830.
Right.
Come to the library on Tuesday, November 29th, starting at 6 p.m. to paint on velvet and make beautiful paintings
Ew.
with our pre-made designs and painting supplies.
That reminds me of the old Elvis, Velvet Elvis.
Patrons 14 and over are welcome to drop in and dab their brushes.
Yeah, I guess that stuff's coming back now,
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, for an old left brainer like me, you gotta admire those right brainers and their creativity.
Right.
Upcoming events this Saturday, November 19th, North Brothers Ford is having a drive for your community. Every test drive of a new Ford vehicle at North Brothers Ford, the Ford Motor Company will donate $25 to the Garden City Rotary Club, which does a lot of good things in this community.
Yeah, they do.
Saturday, November 26th, we said the Small Business Saturday. Don't forget the Small Business Expo.
Right.
Of course, the 56th Annual Santaland Parade is right before that. It's a Garden City thing, and it's a tradition. Come out and join us in this wonderful event that highlights Santa Claus coming to Garden City. After the parade, children of all ages are invited to meet St. Nick's himself. What I heard today was because the part of the high school parking lot is not finished.
Right. Correct.
And they need a lot of room for staging, that they're probably going to be doing staging down Maplewood towards Inkster from Middle Belt.
Yeah.
Holiday Christmas tree lighting is the next Monday, November 28th, sing carols, enjoy hot chocolate, count down to the lighting of our community Christmas tree in the Commons Corner located at the northwest corner of Ford and Middlebelt. Ladies, gather your girlfriends for a night out as the holiday madness begins. Come and join us for a relaxing night at the Golden Feather, 29633 Ford Road.
Yeah, this is a new event just posted yesterday, I think.
734-421-2114
Yep.
for our first annual Sip and Shop.
Sip and Shop. Oh.
Tickets are $10 and
Sounds
can be
interesting.
purchased at the door. Admissions include hors d'oeuvres and wine.
And that's for ladies only, huh?
That's what it says.
Okay.
Yeah, well. Okay, what is this? Our vendors.
The vendors that are going to be there, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Our Mom of the Shire Apothecary products, Party Light candles, Premier Design jewelers, Norwex products, War Pony Sweater Forge, and LuLaRoe clothing and more.
Wow.
If you're a vendor and you would like to join us, email us at featherbbq@gmail.com.
And what was the price on that? Was there a price?
There is
I thought.
no $10 price.
Okay. Well, that's a nice evening now, too.
Yeah.
Get,
And we
get
got
rid of the women for a while.
yeah, or as they look at it, get rid of us.
Right, there you go.
And the Garden City Moose is hosting another comedy night. This one will be Wednesday, November 23rd. Admission is $1, donation or more. Laughter the night before Thanksgiving has proven to help with holiday meal digestion. Comedians are going to be Mac Mallory, Dave Landau, and, of course, our very own Kevin Kramus. This is a lodge tradition for 16 years, so this is going to help the Moose and the events that they support.
And what is it? $1 donation?
Mission $1 donation.
Oh, my
or
gosh.
more.
Or more, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure that.
The least you can give is $1.
Yeah.
They will gladly accept more.
Absolutely.
And that's all you got?
That's all I got.
All right. That's a lot of stuff going on in Garden City.
As always.
You know, we talked about the Veterans Day, and I do want to mention that if you're a veteran, you can go to Texas Roadhouse and every day get 30% off your meal.
And that
Just for being a veteran. That's
that
every
program
day.
lasts forever.
Yeah, that's it forever. That's every day.
Fantastic.
And if you go to Applebee's, it's 30% off on Mondays. So if you want to get a good meal and you're out and about, just show them that you're a veteran and you'll get 30% off. It's a good deal.
I'm not going to steal your announcements this week first.
Oh, yeah. I was looking high and low for those and the garbage and everything.
I thought, oh, shoot.
All right. Thank you, buddy.
You're welcome.
All right. We want to remind all residents that the next city council meeting is going to be held on Monday, November 21st at 7 p.m. in the council chambers. That's located at 6,000 Middlebelt Road. They urge all residents to attend. I just want to mention that if you would like to be a guest on our show, it's very easy. Just send us an email at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, or you can message us on Facebook. We're always on Facebook, too. And we'll shoot you some available dates, and that's all there is to it. Maybe you own a business or belong to an organization, and you'd like to share your information with us in the surrounding communities. If so, this is the forum for you. Once again, that email, gccommunitychat@gmail.com, or give us a call at 734-788-9319. We look forward to hearing from you. I want to remind our listeners that there will be no show next week, as we will all be eating too much turkey, as always, for Thanksgiving.
I have to stop that by midnight because Friday after Thanksgiving, I have a procedure out in Huron Valley. They're going to do this thing down the throat.
Endoscopy or whatever they call it.
Endoscopy to look at my upper digestive system and see if it,
if
the ulcers have cured and
right.
There's no cancer or anything like that. So,
oh boy,
yeah, lucky me.
Yeah, lucky you. Well, good luck with that.
Fortunately, I won't be conscious to experience any of it.
Right. Exactly. You'll be in twilight.
So, lay on your left side.
Yeah.
Close your eyes and think happy thoughts.
Yeah, so we just want to make sure that everybody gets that on their calendar. We will be off next week. We want to wish you all a very happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
But we will be back live December 1st. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
It's going to be December 1st. Wow. Unbelievable. Where has this year gone?
It's been a busy one.
All right. Are you a business owner, resident, or community advocate interested in serving the business community? If so, the Garden City Business Alliance is looking for you. Becoming a member is very easy. Just visit their website at gardencitybusinessalliance.org. Fill out the contact page or give them a call at 734-788-9319 for more information. Also visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/Garden City Business Alliance. So why not consider joining the GCBA and be a part of moving the business community forward? They would love to hear from you. All right. Let me see. We really appreciate everybody who supports us on the show and in the GCBA. So we hope you'll be able to fill out the contact page and become a member. We'd love to hear from you. Okay, before we sign off tonight, please jot these numbers down. If you would like to become a volunteer for any of the DDA events, please give Kim or Teresa a call at 734-261-2830. The GCBA co-hosts a lot of events with the DDA, so we really appreciate all they do as well. The DDA office is located at 292134 Ford Road. And once again, if you'd like to become a member of the GCBA or volunteer for any of their upcoming events, give them a call, 734-788-9319. Or visit their website at gardencitybusinessalliance.org. Both the GCBA and DDA are working hard on events and dates right now, and they're always looking for volunteers, so contact them today. And with that, Mike, I think we're ready to call this a podcast. Thanks to my co-hosts, Tom and Mike. Great job as always. Thanks for Firefighter Steve for showing up. Yeah. It's always a pleasure to have him on. And thanks to our listeners on TalkShoe and to those that will be watching the show on our YouTube channel. We really appreciate your support every week. Remember, the audio from tonight's show will be available on Facebook shortly after we sign off tonight at facebook.com/GCChat. And also our main show page, we'll have it at TalkShoe.com. Just look for call ID 82757. And look for the video of tonight's show on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/CommunityChatShow sometime tomorrow. And if you like the show, don't forget to subscribe. Click on that little red button right below the video. All right, remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local business, especially on Small Business Saturday coming up. We want to see you out there. Spend the day in Garden City. It's a great city. You'll love it. If you see something, say something. Look out for one another out there. For all your, this is always over there chewing on her bone. I don't know if you can hear that. Live radio, folks. If you see something, say something. Look out for one another out there. If you want some weather information, be sure to head on over to DopperTomsWeather.com. Great website, very user-friendly. So on behalf of Tom and Mike, this is Kerry saying take care. We'll see you all Thursday, December 1st, right here on TalkShoe.com, show ID 82757. Be safe and have a great Thanksgiving, everybody.
Amen.
Call recording has been completed.
All right. Oh, you're going to your daughter's, or?
Yeah.
All right.
The last year we go there.
All right. Say goodbye to our YouTube audience. See you guys.
Hang loose.
Thank you. Have a great holiday. Bye-bye.